Donald Trump's big tariff threat, viewers. Threat from Trump that tariffs are to take effect at midnight itself. Trump has said many nations took advantage of the United States. Reciprocal tariffs take effect at midnight tonight. Big news coming in from the United States, because earlier we knew it was somewhere in the middle of August when these tariffs would, 21st August, if I'm not wrong at this point, that when the tariffs would have taken effect from. But now it's being said by Trump that it shall be taking effect at midnight tonight itself. Billions of dollars, largely from countries that have taken advantage of the United States for many years, laughing all the way, will start flowing into the United States. And the only thing that can stop America's greatness would be a radical left court that wants to see our country fail. This is what has been said by Trump at this given point. And this is the big breaking that we bring to you. Also, at the same time as we speak, the markets have opened. Indian markets have already opened. Markets shrug off bully Trump's tariff threat. Indian stock markets are largely unaffected. Rupee opens marginally stronger against the dollar. Sensex opens 200 points lower. Nifty 50 opens at 24,500 points, 0.3% down. Rupee rises 3 paise to 87.69 against US dollar in early trade. These are some of the updates we're bringing to you from the Indian markets as well. Karishma Asadani joining me on the broadcast to in fact decode this for you and analyze this further. Karishma, we've been largely seeing this trend. Indian markets not bowing down. The bearish trend still doesn't seem to be that high in the Indian markets despite the kind of tariff threats we see. And now Trump has also come out to say midnight today is when we see the tariffs take effect.
Well, absolutely right. Indian markets have showed a lot of resilience, and this is something we've been reiterating for the past 1 week, that the whole vulnerabilities to do with tariffs are being understood by a lot of investors, and they've realized that probably this is more of a trial and error reform policy in the making, where the tariffs are being implemented. Then negotiations are taking place, and then there is a whole a change of theatrics, which I think Indian investors have realized that Indian economy is resilient and government is going to do their best not to let it shrink. The fact that Indian government has also responded to the US in a very measured and calm tone speaks volumes about how we are thinking. Rather, if I glance through the Asian markets, you'll see that China has opened on a lower note, and in fact, it's still trading in red. Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Korean markets have been doing fine. Japanese markets have rather been doing great. In compared to all, I think Indian markets have also opened on a good note, just about say 0.03 lower when it comes to Nifty 50. Sensex saw a steep drop of 200 points in the beginning, which could actually climb up. Rupee closed on a stronger note yesterday, at least close to 7 paise when compared to the US dollar. It still opened on a positive note this morning. On a whole, it talks about the macroeconomic situation and the fact that investors are keen and hooked to continue staying with the stability.
Right, Karishma, and that's largely the trend that we've been seeing, that the tariff announcements, no matter what the announcement is at this given point, it hasn't really shaken the market to the extent one might have expected to. If we speak of sectors at this point, Karishma, with the 25% tariffs additionally slapped by the United States yesterday itself, what would you say if we look at it sectorally at this point? Which sectors are we looking at which might be the most vulnerable at this point?
Yeah, there is no doubt about the fact that there are going to be certain sectors that are highly impacted by another 25% tariff. We were already looming low with the first 25% tariffs that came on to us, because we weren't expecting that to. We export maximum of engineering goods to the United States of America, followed by electronic goods, and then comes gems and jewellery, and comes textiles, and a host of others in smaller quantity. Now, as per yesterday's 25% additional order, the electronic goods have been given exemption, at least until for now. And pharmaceuticals, of course, also stays exempted under Section 232 of the US law, which could have a different treatment of tariff, like Washington has said in the past few days. So it's our engineering goods, gems and jewelries, and majorly textiles that will see some kind of impact, at least for the next few days, until there could be some movement of the negotiating table. If the Washington officials are visiting India on August 25th, which was a part of the plan, then this could actually be reverted, because August 27 is the day when the 25% additional penalty tariffs will be implemented.
Karishma, but that's the information I think we just brought to our viewers at this given point, that the tariffs shall be taking effect from midnight itself. That's the breaking news that we have at this given point. But, I would also want to concentrate on the rupee, because I remember the last conversation we had when the first 25% slab had been slapped on India. There was a concern with regards to the rupee being more vulnerable, rupee dropping in terms of value. But at this point, the market shows a very different picture. The rupee instead, not only has it remained fine, but it has also risen by 3 points, and it's come up. It's opened in green today.
Yeah, just for our viewers, I'd like to share this extra information that since it's August 7 today, it's the early 25% tariffs that will be implemented from midnight today, and the other 25%, which is the penalty tariffs, still come in 21 days later. So we still have about close to 21 days to negotiate it with the US. Now, when it comes to rupee, well, this is really influenced by the global phenomena, and it's something that's not controlled with the domestic investors, and how we as a country can look into it, because there is a play of different markets when it comes to the currency mechanism. But as for now, I think we're floating to be stable, and there's no steep fall that's expected.
Right, Karishma, thank you for bringing us all those details at this given point on how the markets look and what has the effect been on the market so far. And as she has mentioned, yes, the tariffs, 25% earlier that had in fact been slapped, is the one that will be taking into effect. It is all the earlier tariffs that have been mentioned by Donald Trump to all the nations that shall come into effect from midnight today. But otherwise, if we speak of the additional 25% that has been slapped just yesterday, that is August 6th, that shall still come into effect on 21st of August as had been declared initially.